Hi, I'm Pauline, and this is my husband Dean. Welcome to Yoga Heart Online. We are hoping that you can use these classes to help you practice at home. So what we're doing today is a very simple chair class. It's a very nice one for you to do if you've got tight shoulders, tight hamstrings, if you're a little restricted in terms of knee flexion, you find it difficult to sit on the floor. Also, for the more experienced yogi, the chair can really help bring some awareness into the alignment of your postures. So I hope you find that this is very beneficial for you. Okay, let us begin. Dean is going to begin by sitting. So you want to sit on your chair with your feet and your knees hip-width apart. Try not to lean into the backrest. Have the back free of the backrest and close your eyes. With the eyes closed, pay attention to your breath. Feel the connection of your 2 feet grounding into the floor. Feel the weight of the sitting bones pressing evenly into the chair. And feel the 2 palms, the weight of them resting into the thighs. And as you focus on these areas of the body, just feel that you are very grounded, connected, present. Turn the palms of the hands to face up so that the tops of the hands rest on the thighs. Feel into the softness of the hands. Make sure that the jaws, the lips, the tongue, the facial muscles are soft and relaxed, and that your breath is moving easily and gently in and out of the nose. Bring the palms of the hands together in namaskara, prayer position. Feel the connection between the 2 palms. Continue to feel each inhale, each exhale. And for a moment, consider why you come to this practice of yoga. And with a sense of gratitude to all yoga teachers and the long lineage that has brought you to this place, give thanks. Softly bow the head to the heart. And on your inhalation, raise the head, open the eyes, and release the hands. So you're going to carefully come up to stand and turn around, face the chair. You're going to place the palms of the hands onto the chair and walk back, keeping your legs vertical, but you want to create a stretch running through the upper body that is very similar to that of Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. So as you stand, make sure that you're using your feet very well. You're spreading the toes, you're lifting the inner arches, the inner ankles. You're pulling your kneecaps up, the quadriceps are engaged. The frontal thighs roll towards each other, the inner thighs roll back. Lift and spread the sitting bones. Straighten the arms fully, rolling the biceps up towards the ceiling, the triceps down towards the floor. Take your abdominals gently towards the back body, gently towards the diaphragm. Keep the eyes open, the eyes steady. And take easy breaths in and out of the nose. Then walk forwards towards the chair until the hands come directly underneath the shoulders. You still have your feet hip-width apart, toes pointing forwards, legs are vertical. You're going to lift your chin slightly to create more length through the spine. The abdominals are moving in and up, sternum forwards. Roll your upper arms out. Relax the face as you breathe. Bring the hands to the waist, tucking the elbows in, and on your inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands beside the thighs. Take your Tadasana with your feet hip-width apart. So stand evenly on left and right foot. Pull up the kneecaps, the quadriceps. Lift the pubic bone, lift the sternum. Lift into the crown of the head. Take the shoulder heads well back. Extend all the way down the arms into the fingertips and shift your upper buttocks flesh down towards the floor. Bring the arms straight forwards in front of you, hands shoulder width apart, and interlock your fingers tightly at the webbing. Turn the palms of the hands forward, stretch the arms fully, and then take the arms up into the air for Urdhva Padanguliyasana. Look straight forwards. Keep lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. Press the finger knuckles up towards the ceiling. Create a dome shape with the hands if that's possible. On your exhalation, release the arms forward so that the arms come to shoulder height. Turn the palms of the hands around. Change the interlace of the fingers. Turn the palms forwards. And once again, take the arms up into the air for Urdhva Padanguliyasana. Look straight forwards. Lift the arms. Press into the finger knuckles. Keep the legs firm by lifting the kneecaps, lifting the pubic bone. Exhale, release the arms all the way down. So we're going to start with the modification of Surya Namaskara, the Sun Salutation. So on your inhalation, bring your arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, arms parallel to the ears. On your exhalation, fold from the hips and bring the hands onto the chair. The hands are underneath the shoulders. Again, lengthen the spine, lift the chin away from the chest. Take the abdominals in and up. Dean can move his hips slightly further forwards, and he's lifting his kneecaps up towards the thighs. Good. Now step back with your right foot, then your left into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we want the legs for this purpose to be perpendicular to the floor. So Dean can walk his legs just a little further forwards. So even though this might resemble more of an Ardha Uttanasana shape, we're just referring to it as downward facing dog in terms of linking it to what we usually do in our sun salutations. So you're going to look towards the chair and turn the fingers to turn out. So that the palms of the hands on the chair seat, but the fingers are wrapping around the edge. And then you're going to move your hips forwards and down for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Let the heels lift. Roll the upper arms out. Lift the sternum, lift the chin. On your exhalation, pull the hips back into your Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Turn the fingers to point forwards. Have the hands flat on the chair seat. And then step forwards, right, then left. Your feet underneath your hips, your hands underneath the shoulders. Lengthen through the spine, abdominals in and up. Bring the hands to the waist, elbows in. Inhale, rise up, flat back. Exhale, hands beside thighs, Tadasana. Inhale the arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold from the hips, hands onto the chair seat. Lengthen the spine. Good. Step back left, then right, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pull the outer hips back, fingers point forwards. Lift the kneecaps up. Now turn the fingers to turn out. Start to move the hips forwards and down. Roll the upper arms out, lift the sternum, lift the chin. On your exhale, pull the hips back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step left foot forwards, then right. Hands underneath shoulders, feet underneath hips. Dean can walk his feet just a little further forwards. Good. Take the hands to the waist, elbows in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands beside thighs, Tadasana. We do two more. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, hands onto the chair seat. Inhale, lift chin, lengthen through spine. Exhale, step back right, then left into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Fingers turn out. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forwards, then left. And on your inhalation, lift the chin, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, rise up, flat back. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold from the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift chin, lengthen spine. Exhale, step back left then right. On your inhale, find your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, hips forwards and down. On your exhale, take your Adho Mukha Svanasana, pulling the hips back. Step left foot forwards then right, and inhale, lift the chin, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, rise up, flat back. Exhale, hands beside thighs. So you're going to take your chair and turn it around so that the backrest faces you. And then you're going to place your hands onto the backrest of the chair and walk back so that your legs are vertical and your body is parallel to the floor. So Dean can walk his feet just slightly further back. Keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Again, use your feet well. The toes are spread well. The inner arches lift, inner ankles lift. Pull up kneecaps, frontal thighs lift. Roll frontal thighs towards each other, inner thighs back. Lift and spread sitting bones. Take the abdominals towards the back body, towards the diaphragm, and make sure that your frontal lower ribs are not protruding towards the floor. Gently contain them to the back body. The ears are in line with the upper arms. Now step forwards towards the chair to release out of the pose. If you're tall like Dean, you might need to move your chair a little further forwards because we need a little bit more space for our Paschimottanasana. So the same feeling that we got in the upper body is what we want to recreate in our Paschimottanasana. So you'll be stepping back with the left foot. Right foot is forwards. And just play around with your distance so that you get that same beautiful extension through the upper body as what you just experienced in your Ardha Uttanasana. Release the head down. Good. Now feel into the feet. You want to be pressing through the base of the right big toe and the inner right heel. You are pressing through the outer left heel. Good. Your kneecaps are pulling up. Legs are straight. Roll your inner left thigh back. Bend your right knee. Step forwards with left foot and step back with right foot. Other side. Paschimottanasana. Fully extend through the arms. Fully extend into the legs. Release the head down. Keep the head in line, the ears in line with the upper arms. So you're grounding through the base of the left big toe, through the inner left heel. You're grounding through the outer edge of the right foot, particularly the outer right heel. You want to pull up your kneecaps, legs fully extended, and roll your inner right thigh back. Take the abdominals in and up. Easy breaths. Then bend your left knee, step forwards with right foot, and release out of the pose. So we repeat that sequence and we take it down a notch. So you're going to turn your chair around so the chair seat faces you. Ardha Uttanasana, place the hands onto the chair seat and step back until that your legs are vertical. You can go a little further back. Good. Straight arms, palms on chair seat. So once again, feel into the feet, spread the toes, lift the inner arches, pull up the kneecaps, lift the quadriceps, roll them towards each other, inner thighs back, sitting bones lifting. Imagine that someone is holding your outer hips and they are pulling your outer hips back so that you get even more length and freedom running through the spine. Step forwards towards the chair. Come up to stand just to rest the back body. And we repeat Paschimottanasana, with the hands on the chair seat. So once again, hands down, step back left foot, and just play around with your distance. You want to be able to straighten your legs and extend your spine fully. Release the head down. So same thing as before, we press through the base of the right big toe, through the inner right heel, through the outer edge of the left foot. Our kneecaps are pulled up. We're rolling our inner left thigh back. We're paying attention to the breath. Bend right knee, step forwards left, step back right. Straighten the legs. Ground through the base of the left big toe, through the inner left heel. Press through the outer edge of the right foot. Roll your inner right thigh back. Bend your left knee, step forwards with right foot, and come up to stand. So you're going to move your chair so that the chair seat faces the long end of the mat. Stand in the center of the mat in Tadasana, feet together. And then bring the hands to the waist, elbows in. Step or jump your feet wide apart in preparation for Paschimottanasana. You want the toes pointing straight forwards and the outer edges of the feet parallel with the outer edges of the mat. Now tuck your elbows in even more, lift the chest. On your inhale, lift sternum, lift chin. And on your exhalation, fold from your hips. Now you've got some choices. You can place the hands on the chair seat. You can place the forearms on the chair seat. Or you can take the hands onto the floor with the forehead on the chair seat. Have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Adjust your chair if your chair is in the way. Pull up the kneecaps. Roll your frontal thighs towards each other. Roll your inner thighs towards the back of your mat, lift and spread your sitting bones. Take the abdominals softly to the back body, send the sternum forwards. Now you may want to place your hands back on your chair seat in order to release from your posture. You're going to bend your knees softly and heel toe your feet in a zigzag action closer together, once or twice. Then toes point forwards, hands come to waist, and on your inhalation, rise up with a flat back. Lightly step or jump the feet together. You can keep the chair exactly where it is. You're going to sit sideways on it so that your right thigh rests against the backrest. Chair Bharadvajasana, you're sitting evenly on left and right sitting bone, feet and knees are together. And you're going to turn and take hold of the backrest with each hand. So when we do twists, it's beneficial to twist from the base towards the crown. So Dean's going to take a deep inhale, lift up tall, and he's going to exhale, turn his hips. So when we turn the hips, you'll notice that the left knee is going to move forwards and the right knee is going to pull back. Take another deep inhale and then exhale, turn the abdominals towards the right. Inhale, lift up a little bit taller. Exhale, turn the ribs towards the right. Inhale, lift up even taller. Exhale, turn the shoulders to the right. Inhale, lift up a little bit more. Exhale, turn the head. You might find that it's more beneficial to take your right hand and hold the chair seat behind you. Play around with that idea. If it feels better, stay. If you preferred holding onto the chair seat with the right hand, rather the chair backrest, then go back to that. On your exhalation, gently release from your twist and swing your knees around to the other side. So the left thigh bone will be against the backrest. Your knees and your feet are together. You're sitting evenly on left and right sitting bone. Take hold of the backrest of the chair. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn the hips towards the left. So you'll notice that your left knee is going to pull back and your right knee is going to shift forwards. Then inhale, sit even taller, and exhale, turn the abdominals towards the left. Inhale, lift up even taller. Exhale, turn the ribs towards the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn the shoulders towards the left. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, turn the head. And again, you have the choice of staying here or taking your left hand and holding the chair seat behind you. Feel into your own pose. Continue to lift and turn with your breath. On your exhalation, gently release from your twist and carefully come all the way up to stand. You're going to move your chair so that the chair seat faces the top end of the mat. Other way. And then you're going to sit on your chair seat, facing your yoga mat, with your knees and your feet wide apart. Have your knees and your feet pointing the same direction. So you want to make sure that your knees are wide enough in order to fit your trunk through. So you're going to extend forwards and place the hands onto the floor. If this is a little bit difficult for you, find something to place your hands on. Maybe you can place your hands on yoga blocks if you have them. If you don't, you can use books or cans of food, whatever you have available at home. Walk your hands as far forwards as they can go. Soften the head down, relax. Take easy breaths. Walk the hands back towards your feet and just come up nice and easily. Have your feet and your knees hip-width apart. Have the palms of the hands resting on the thighs, and just close the eyes for a moment and notice how you feel. Then open the eyes. Carefully come up to stand. Turn around so that you're facing your chair seat. You're going to sit on the floor for Navasana. We are aiming to get the backs of the legs onto the chair seat. And we are holding the chair with our hands. So Dean is nice and tall. This clasp for him is really easy. But if you're on the shorter side and you find it difficult to take hold of the chair, find yourself a firm blanket, fold it up, and raise your seat so that you move away from the floor and it's easier to hold onto the chair. So you can stay holding onto the chair in this way, or for a challenge, you can let go of the chair and have the arms parallel to each other for your Navasana, your boat pose. Carefully release out of the pose in a way that feels safe. You're going to take Ardha Navasana now, your half boat, which means you need to move a little further away from the chair so that just the heels of the feet are resting on the chair seat. Legs remain straight. You're going to interlock the fingers at the base of the skull. Just see your elbows in your peripheral vision. And now round your spine so that you roll more into the upper buttocks flesh. Squeeze the navel towards the spine and look straight forwards at your big toenails. Maintain easy breaths. And then on your exhalation, carefully release out of the pose. You're going to lie down on your back, knees bent. Leave the chair where it is. You're aligning for Tadasana, your bridge posture. Have your toes pointing straight forwards. Pull your shoulders well away from the ears. Elongate the back of the neck. Take an inhale to prepare, and on the exhalation, push down through the feet. Lift the pelvis high into the air. You have the option of keeping the arms where they are, or you can take your hands and interlock them underneath the body. Pull the finger knuckles towards the heels and roll the arms, upper arms out. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades a little closer towards each other. Keep lifting the middle buttocks straight up. Release the clasp of the fingers. Carefully release the pelvis down onto the floor. Good. When you feel ready to move, you're going to wriggle a little closer towards the chair so that you can rest your calf muscles on your chair seat. Play around with the angles here. Maybe you want your thighs to be more at an angle. Maybe you want them to be closer to the chair. Rest in a way that is comfortable for your lower back. Have the arms beside you with the palms of the hands facing up. Tuck the chin towards the chest, lengthen the lower back, and close the eyes. Let the weight of the calves sink down into the chair seat. Let the weight of the pelvis sink down into the floor. Let the weight of the arms and the shoulders sink down. Let the weight of the skull sink down. Feel your entire body becoming heavy and sinking down towards the earth. As you start to embrace this feeling of heaviness, notice how the body softens. Feel into the softness of the abdominal area. As this area, in conjunction with the area of the ribs, just softly moves with your own breath. Make sure that your jaws have parted, your tongue is sitting softly in the bottom of the mouth. The eyelids are soft, the eyes receding back into the skull. And notice how the breath softly touches the nostrils. As you continue to observe your body sinking down, your body softening, your body breathing, we're going to do a little visualization into the area of the lower back. So don't do anything with the body, don't contract any muscles, don't do any movement. Just take your attention to my words and imagine that this is happening in your own body. So you take your awareness to the area of the lumbar spine, the vertebra in the lower back. As you inhale, you're going to move your awareness from the spine towards the sides of the lower back. And as you exhale, bring your awareness back towards the spine. So each time you breathe in, you imagine that your lower back broadens. And each time you breathe out, you gather your attention back to the lumbar spine. So just follow visualize that visualization for a few more breathing cycles. Inhaling, broadening the lower back. Exhaling, coming back to the center of the spine. It is your choice whether you would like to continue with this visualization or whether you'd prefer just to become a little quieter in your Shavasana. Observing the space within, the silence within. Keeping the body still, the eyes closed, just become a little more aware of your surroundings. Feeling the body lying on the floor, the calf muscles resting on the chair seat, the space around you. Start to gently wriggle your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees in towards your chest and roll over to your right hand side. When you are ready to, you're going to find a seated position that works for you. You can either sit in a position on the floor or you can return to your chair. In whichever posture you have taken, I'd like you to rest your hands in the lap, right hand at the bottom, left hand on top, palms of the hands facing up. Feel the weight of the sitting bones evenly pressing into the floor. Release the legs down. Lift the sternum, lift into the crown of the head, take the shoulder heads well back. Bring the hands to Manjali Mudra, which is prayer position at the heart center. Taking a moment to acknowledge all the blessings that you have in your life and this beautiful practice of yoga that we are able to share with each other and practice for the benefit of ourselves and all. On the exhalation, bow the head to the heart. When you feel that your practice is complete, inhale, raise the head. Open the eyes. Namaste.